Hey guys, what's going on? So this time I'm going to be doing a video review of Reinventing the Steel from Pantera. So I just got this CD a week ago and I finally got the chance to let it sink in, and it's pretty good. And also, not to mention, I have all the Studio Pantera albums. Well, not the glam ones, but yeah. So this album is pretty good, but it's not quite as good as the albums before it. Well, the four albums before it: Cowboys from Hell, Vulgar Display of Power, Far Beyond Driven, and The Great Southern Trendkill, which I also happen to own, which I just mentioned. So, what sets us back is the production and I guess the overall song quality. Because the production isn't quite as good because it was self-produced. It wasn't produced by Terry Gate, who produced the last four albums. It was just self-produced by, I think it says on here. Yeah, it was produced by Benny Paul and Dimebag Darrell and co-produced by some guy called Sterling Winfield. So yeah, the production isn't as strong, especially on the drums. Like the drums sound really electronic, and all the cymbals sound really thin, and they mostly make like a hissing noise. So the production isn't as crystal clear as on the last four albums, but it's still a great album though. Like it's still freaking fantastic. The songs aren't as angry as they were on the last two albums. They're most like the lyrics are a lot less vulgar and angry, but they're more, I guess, they sing a lot about basically the metal scene on this album. Like, especially on Goddamn Electric and We'll Grind That Axe for a Long Time, I'll Cast a Shadow, and You've Gotta Belong to It. Like, the lyrics are basically just about the metal scene. Yeah. So, as always, Dimebag's guitar riffs are right on. Really cool. The bass lines, it's really good. Same as guitar, basically. I don't have much to say. Vocals are actually quite a bit different from on the previous album, Great Southern Trendkill. Because on Great Southern Trendkill, there's Phil Anselmo did a lot of screaming on the album. Like, death metal style screaming. Well, on this album, he does more like James Hetfield style yelling, basically. He just kind of mostly shouts the words to the songs. Well, he sounds more like he did on Vulgar Display of Power, just his voice is a little bit deeper. So yeah, less screaming, but he mostly yells. Every once in a while, there's not really screech, just kind of I guess I would just call it like a bellow. Like he just kind of inhales. So yeah, and like I said about the drums, the production on the drums isn't very great. It's mostly just thudding sounds, and the cymbals make a really loud hissing noise that's kind of annoying, and it really sounds really thin. So the songs on here are really good though. There's no classics, not classics, just not oh my god, this is one of their best songs. There's no Cemetery Gates or Walk or Unbroken on here. But there's some pretty good guitar riffs on here, Hellbound, the chorus guitar riff. It's pretty badass. Yesterday Don't Mean Shit has a pretty good, I don't know which vibe. And the choruses on this album are a lot stronger than on the previous albums. This is more this sounds more I guess I'd call it a more classic sounding metal album than more an extremer sounding metal album like Far Beyond Driven and Great Southern Trendkill or So if you didn't like those because they're too heavy for you or whatever, you weren't metal enough for them or whatever, then you just the traditional metal or the hard, just the more hard rocky sort of, but with metal influences, like Cowboys from Hell style, then this is for you. Yeah, and don't let the parental advisory drive you away. It's there for pretty much no reason. Of course, there's some language. Of course, it's a metal album, but it's not really there for any particular reason. The album cover, it's not as good as the other ones, to be honest. I read on Wikipedia as a snapshot from the music video for Revolution Is My Name, which is also on this album. But yeah, it's not as good as the album cover for Far Beyond Driven. Not the original one. The one where there's a guy with the drill going into his head. yeah, it's pretty, like, that's a good album. That's probably the best Pantera album cover. But this one is kind of a bland album cover. It doesn't even say the album, the name of the album, except for right here, Reinventing the Steel, of course. But if you got like the vinyl version, I don't know if it says Reinventing the Steel or not. So yeah, on the back, then there's the track listing. Scroll on, you probably can't see it from here. And Flames. Well, when you open it up, here's the disc. And then there's a picture of the band. Now inside the booklet, like on the Great Southern Trendkill in the booklet, there were like some cool pictures of like just like distorted images of like snakes and stuff, which is like what was on the album cover. Like that's the artwork theme. This one there's steel, which is ironic because the album's called Reinventing the Steel. So there's not as strong of an artwork theme on this album, but yeah, and there's just the lyrics, you know, main credits. The booklet's kind of not really the strong point, but really the strong point on this album, it's not the production, it's not the artwork or anything, it's just the songs. So this is really, it's not, it's basically just a pure music lovers album, like, or metal lovers album, because if you're into like just music, just if the production's good, you like it, then this isn't for you. Like, I don't know, the production, I'm not saying the production is crap or anything, so it's nowhere near crap. Like, this isn't poorly recorded or anything, but it's just not as good as the other albums, and there's a few flaws in it, but it's not terrible. It's not as good as the previous albums, you know? So this album doesn't exactly reinvent the steel, but it's still worth buying if you love Pantera, or if you just like Pantera. It's a great album. It's summer fun, really fun to listen to. Really badass. It's really great. So, I would totally recommend getting it if you're a metal fan of any kind. Unless you're a glam metal fan, then don't buy it because it'll scare the shit out of you. So, thanks for watching. That was Reinventing the Steel from Pantera. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.